Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. Today we'll be talking about some of the news topics from across Thailand. I'm Jay.
And I'm Alex.
And we're going to start with our first story today, which is regarding a violent altercation between tourists and security guards in Pattaya on May 26, 2024. A Facebook user named Nui Voice Anyway posted videos of Thai security guards brutally attacking two foreign tourists at a Pattaya beer bar. The tourists, accused of refusing to pay a 2,800 baht bill and behaving aggressively, were beaten until one passed out. Despite attempts by bystanders to stop the violence, the guards continued their assault. Police are investigating the incident, gathering evidence and questioning the guards and victims. The tourists have not filed complaints yet.
Yet is the key word there. I saw this video over the weekend and it really deeply affected me because, you know, there's one thing to be a drunken idiot or something like that. These security guards definitely took things way too far. You can see in the video one man take a 20-step like running start to do a soccer kick on a downed guy who's just trying to protect himself. The verdict is out. We don't know what his current status is at this point. Fearing the worst right now. So the security guards got out of control, and hopefully they'll be brought to justice.
This video is obviously circulating all over Thai media and Thailand right now, quite viral, and a lot of the thoughts and opinions around the video are based on speculation. Now, obviously we weren't there. We don't know who started it, how aggressive were they, but it's in personal experience, I have seen security guards just gang up like 3 or 4 people just on one person. This has happened to me, not to me personally, but I've been there where it's happened to someone I know, and these situations actually do happen more often than you'd think.
Yeah, I'll have to say, like, it actually looked sadistic at a certain point, like really truly challenging video to get through, and I hope that those guys are okay. But yeah, definitely a 2,800 baht bill is not something for anybody to start getting beat up over or anything like that. So this escalation is totally uncalled for.
Yeah. All right.
Well, anyways, moving on to our next story. We're going over to Koh Samui now, where some motorcycle hooligans were causing a ruckus. So, 2 foreign nationals were arrested on Koh Samui after turning the road on Chongman Beach into a racetrack with loud, high-speed motorcycles. Locals, frustrated by the noise and safety threats, reported the issue to the Poput police. Residents captured video evidence, including one biker making an obscene gesture. Now, this led the police colonel to set up a successful checkpoint near Chawang Beach. The bikes, rented from Phuket, had unauthorized modifications. The community praised the police for their swift response. Mr. Motorcycle Gang over here knows, like, there's a way to do things responsibly, but obviously if you're making a scene and being a menace, you're going to get attention called to you. Yeah. And anyways, not anymore, these guys. Successful stop trying. I don't know, man, I get stopped at checkpoints all the time when I'm riding scooters, like in the islands.
Because you look dodgy.
I guess so. I don't know. But
they look at you and they're like, there's no way he has a license. Look at him with his cute helmet.
Yeah, with my kitty ears on it. That's always how I roll. But anyways, I hope you're not out there hooliganing like that.
No, definitely not. I do not have the skills to do that yet.
Fair. Be on the lookout then. Jay's working on it.
All right, we're going to move on to our next story, which is regarding a Phuket Belgian illegal porn operation. Now, in Phuket, police uncovered an illegal porn operation at the residence of a 63-year-old Belgian expat named Philippe. Authorities led by Police Lieutenant Colonel Tep Nom discovered 13 motorcycles, a mobile phone, 15 national IDs in his Mu 7 Rawai home. Philippe faced charges for operating an unlicensed pawn shop and conducting personal loans without permission, violating the Pawn Shop Act of 1962 and the Financial Institution Business Act of 2008. His activities disregarded Thailand's strict loan interest rate limits. Philippe and the evidence were taken to Chalong police station for further action. Philippe has been a naughty man.
Yeah, indeed. Loan sharking here in Thailand. That's pretty funny. Charging outrageous.
How many motorbikes does one person need?
Yeah.
I guess it was a business, obviously.
I mean, that's the thing, right? I mean, anybody can really run a pawn shop through Facebook Market or something like that, right? Just like by how easily it is to connect with people on the internet. However, there are laws, regulations, and especially loan sharking. That seems like a pretty egregious thing to come in as a foreign national and then start doing that stuff. When does a loan become a VIG? I don't really know. What is how much is the interest rate when it becomes predatory?
I don't know.
For him,
it's more than 5 or 10%.
Yeah. Well, I think it was way over that. So, anyways, Philippe, naughty boy. Yeah.
All right.
Well, moving on to our next story, which takes us into the land of Thai politics, as Senate elections are coming to the land of smiles. The upcoming senatorial election in Thailand will proceed despite issues in some districts, according to the Election Commission. Secretary General Saweng Bunmi. 2 districts lack applicants, and 7 districts have candidates from only one of the 20 eligible occupational groups. Despite these challenges, Saweng assured the election's continuity, citing senatorial election law clauses. Out of 48,000 applicants, almost all of them were registered pending qualification checks, with 109 rejected. Concerns about election tampering are being monitored, and the EC is reviewing a court ruling that affects campaign regulations. The election, crucial for Thailand's political landscape, starts June 9th and involves a multi-round voting process. Yeah, more experiments with democracy in Thailand. I guess we'll see. Now, this Senate, obviously, this was filled up with appointed people from the outgoing government before. Now they will be elected. They will be voted on. So this is a new body that we're still sort of working out the kinks on how this electoral process is going to go. And with multi-round voting, I always like multi-round voting, that typically yields a better result for what a collective consensus will be. However, it's also slower and leads to more bureaucratic red tape. So Senate elections, something to keep an eye on.
All right, well, we're going to move on to some of our last stories. Our next story is regarding a raid on Pattaya pub yields over 200 positive drug tests. Deputy Interior Minister Chada led a raid on an illegal pub in Pattaya, Soi Kopai, early this morning, resulting in 219 customers testing positive for drugs. Responding to neighbor complaints about noise, late hours, and drug abuse, officials found about 300 young patrons. The raid revealed many narcotics scattered around and 2 handguns in a customer's car. Authorities detained those who tested positive and charged the pub owner with operating without a permit and selling liquor beyond permitted hours. Who knew?
300 people,
yeah,
and more than 200 of them tested positive for drugs. That's pretty, yeah, people were having a party. That's
Talk
for
about
sure.
shady bars.
Yeah, indeed. I don't like apparently, according to the raid, the police were like, there were just bags of drugs everywhere, just like scattered on the floors and on the walls and stuff like that. So, yeah, made sense for the raid.
On the wall.
Apparently, that's like it was just
double clap.
everywhere.
It just drops in your hand.
So that's probably going to result in a lot of deportations, I would imagine.
No, I think they're all Thai.
Were they all Thai?
I think so.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Well,
seemed like a local pub.
Oh, was? Oh, never mind then. Excuse me. Well, a lot of people in trouble, regardless, one way or another. But yeah, I was shocked to hear that 2 out of 3 of them were all on drugs. I always thought that that number would be lower.
Yeah, preferably, but
well, it'll be lower next time, I guess. Well, anyways, on to our last one. This is a weird story that we've been covering for a couple of weeks now, but a missing Thai woman was actually found safe.
Oh, nice.
Now, Nantiwa Saoju, a 32-year-old Thai woman who went missing in Switzerland nearly a month ago, has been found safe. And the Thai embassy in Bern has confirmed this. Now, Nantiwa, who traveled on a Swedish passport with her American boyfriend, lost contact with her family on April 26th. The embassy launched a search after her family raised concerns due to her medical condition. Social media played a significant role in the search, and Swiss police eventually located Nantiwa and her boyfriend, both in good health. The embassy thanked everyone involved and stated no further updates would be provided.
It was bread the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, wait, it was what? It was mysterious, but like, I don't know. It's a weird thing when the family raises concerns. It says you're missing. I don't know what goes down that you're not in contact with your family at this point, to the point where they've gotten Interpol and international agencies hunting for you. And also interesting that they won't provide any other details. Like, what the hell happened?
She's just chilling somewhere. Like, guys, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
I guess so. Yeah,
I don't want to talk to my family.
That might be the thing, I guess.
Oh, no.
Well, they caused a big stink about it, but apparently we're done with that story.
Glad to know that she's safe and seems like the picture doing well.
Yeah. Seems okay.
Yeah.
Enjoying the snow.
Maybe someone at some point overreacted. I don't know.
Yeah, that does seem to be the case, but glad that we have a happy ending to that story instead of a sad one. So that's good.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to now move on to a few ASEAN stories, starting with Myanmar. Now, the Myanmar junta soldiers surrendered to Thailand. Dozens of Myanmar soldiers fled into Thailand following clashes with the Karen National Liberation Army in Kayin State's Myawaddy district. Thai Commander Colonel Natakon reported that 31 junta soldiers surrendered, were disarmed, and are awaiting repatriation. The KNLA claimed to have killed about 20 junta soldiers and captured their camp, with 48 troops surrendering. The fleeing junta soldiers reportedly killed 4 civilians during their escape. The Thai army is questioning the soldiers, and ongoing airstrikes have forced hundreds of people to flee into Thailand. This incident is part of a broader anti-junta resistance following the 2021 military coup in Myanmar.
Yeah, this is exactly what we were sort of raising money about over the weekend. It's not going well for the junta, apparently, and it seems like there's some flare-ups of escalation, especially near the Thai border. An interesting good news story for the resistance groups and the minority movements. So this is all, of course, centered around the coup that happened a few years back, and it's still ongoing. So hopefully this can be resolved more quickly, and there's a better long-term political solution for the Burmese people. Anyways, our next story takes us over to Vietnam, where a tragic urban fire has killed 14 people in Hanoi. Now, a fire at a 5-story apartment block in Hanoi's Cao Quay district killed at least 14 people and injured 3 others early Friday morning. The blaze, which reportedly started in a courtyard between 2 buildings used for selling and repairing electric bicycles, caused several explosions. Firefighters rescued 7 people from the building, while witnesses described the intense fire and thick smoke. Authorities are investigating the cause of the fire and have not yet identified the victims. Fires are frequent in Vietnam's densely populated urban areas. Yeah, scary stuff, man.
Scary stuff, indeed.
I don't know. It's a problem with, it's something that we see in Bangkok too, terrible electrical wiring, things like that can lead to electrical fires. Hanoi, obviously, no exception to that rule too. Hopefully, I don't know how to stop that kind of stuff from happening. It comes down to regulation and people following safety rules and stuff, but in Southeast Asia, corners get cut a lot and can lead to tragedy. So, terrible story.
All right. We're going to move on to our last story today, which is regarding the first black woman crowned as Miss Universe Philippines. Chelsea Manalo, a Filipino-American, made history as the first black woman to be crowned Miss Universe Philippines. Born to a Filipino mother and African-American father, Manalo's victory challenges traditional beauty standards in the Philippines, which have long favored Eurocentric features and lighter skin tones. Representing Bulacan, Manalo outshone 52 contestants in the competition held at the SM Mall of Asia Arena. Her win is celebrated as a step towards diversifying beauty ideals in the country. Manalo, who started modeling at 14, overcame insecurities and bullying about her appearance. She will represent the Philippines in the Miss Universe pageant in Mexico this September.
All right. Yay, good on
Well
her.
done.
Yeah. I feel like we're heading towards a more ethnically mixed future, whether no matter what's happening. And this is just another example of it, and seeing different kinds of representation get to the main stage. Obviously, representing the Philippines, right? That's an interesting thing. So,
Philippines, part of Asia, just like Thailand, is it's generally a country obsessed with fair skin. Let's be honest, guys. The products that you see everywhere, the advertising. But absolutely gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah,
Miss Universe Philippines.
Stunning. And but you're absolutely right. The thing is, it's a funny thing, especially in these Asian countries where there is a heavy American military presence. You will be seeing that a lot more, like in Korea and in Japan and the Philippines. There's plenty of black American servicemen that go over there and start families. Again, like I said, inevitable, the diversification of our beauty pageants. Well, that'll do it.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are some of the news topics from across Thailand and ASEAN.